Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, this time with another bit of coverage for the brand new update. You guys voted and wanted to see a more focused video on just the map itself that we are going to be getting on December 3rd, along with all of the other DLCs coming that day. Now there's going to be two parts to this video. The first couple minutes are going to be a more like compacted look at everything, kind of just explaining the basics of what you need to know, and the rest of the video is going to be looking into the dev diary as well as the Steam post and stuff like that to kind of give you guys a better idea of what to expect out of this map if you want more details. The map will contain two new species, with those being the gadwall and the ferruginous duck, with 13 other species being on this map, including the black grouse, raccoon, red fox, pheasant, raccoon dog, and some kind of goose that we see in the trailer, as well as more that have not been announced as of now, but will likely be announced in the coming days. If I missed one of these that you guys already have seen is coming with it, please leave a comment down below. I did a bunch of digging through like the winter preview and the Steam page and stuff like that, and couldn't find mentions of other species aside from these. This map will be the first map to include a skeet range. The skeet range will allow you to test your skills by shooting clay pigeons that are launched at random angles to give you some practice at hitting those moving targets. This range will also allow you to compete against friends in multiplayer with new skeet range competitions, which should be quite a bit of fun. And what better thing to add onto this map than a brand new 10 gauge over and under shotgun that will come with the map when you purchase it. The map will contain multiple biomes including wetlands and fields and is based in Germany. The map will also be half the size of a normal Call of the Wild map and is more catered to give you guys the best bird and small game hunting experience. This means the map will have more open areas, less hills, and less trees than the normal maps. So that is essentially the quick breakdown of the map. This is going to be an awesome small game map with a brand new gun and a skeet range, and it's going to be quite a bit of fun, I can imagine. Now let's get into the more detailed look at everything from the dev diary as well as the Steam page for the brand new map. This dev diary was released just a couple of days ago. As of recording this, it is the 22nd. This was released on the 20th, and I've not gone over it yet here on the channel. So let's dive into the dev diary for mastering clay shooting in Salzwiesen Park. Hopefully I said that right. The post reads, "Hi, my name is Bjorn." I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of the name. Valgarda? Olert? Yeah, sorry, there's no way I'm going to get that. There's no way I'm going to get that pronounced. And I've recently returned to work as a principal game designer on the Hunter Call of the Wild. I have a long history of working with the franchise, starting as a game designer in the Hunter Classic all the way back in 2010. I was also part of the team responsible for the initial release of the Hunter Call of the Wild in 2017. As a game designer, my work primarily involves defining and tweaking the gameplay, for example, how weapons, ballistics, and damage work, or how animals go about their daily need zone schedule. For the Salzwiesen Park, my main contributions revolved around the clay shooting range and some improvements to the bird hunting gameplay. Now, it talks a little bit about that bird hunting gameplay that has been improved. Let's get that right there. Salzwiesen Park is a more specialized experience compared to our previous maps, with the main theme revolving around hunting birds and small game using shotguns. It's smaller in size compared to the regular reserves and can be viewed as sort of an experiment where we tried to really get into specific types of hunting and make that as enjoyable as possible. Of course, we could not make this happen without filling the park with a vast array of bird species, including two brand new ducks, the gadwall duck and the ferruginous duck, and adding a powerful 10 gauge over and under shotgun. And now we've got a section of this that talks about the clay shooting range. Designing the clay shooting range for Salzwiesen Park was an interesting experience, as I also designed the original clay shooting range for the Hunter Classic. Even though I had a basic understanding of clay shooting from field trips to a local range back in the classic days, considerable time has passed since then. As a result, I had to begin this process with extensive research. That's when I came across clay shooting ranges that combine multiple modes such as skeet and trap, and this became the basis for my new Call of the Wild design. Essentially, my aim was to create something that clearly improves upon the Hunter Classics format. What better approach to accomplish this than by introducing a range with new types of clay shooting never seen before in the Hunter? The Salzwiesen Park clay shooting range can be found near the main lodge, which is also where you start your adventure on this map. Similar to previous Call of the Wild ranges, it is very much a sandbox type of experience that gives the players a lot of freedom to use it the way they want. It's a combination of a skeet and trap range with all the platforms and trap machines that go along with it. And then here we see a bit of a picture of a player at the range shooting at some clay pigeons Very cool looking. I'm excited to test this out. Skeet platforms are orange and trap platforms are blue. To use the range, simply walk up to any of these platforms and press the button indicated on the screen to launch a target. Hits and misses are scored and can be viewed directly on the screen while on the platform. At the back of each trap lane, there is a score reset button, and you can also access a weapon cache there if you want to try out different weapons. This is also where you find one of the most interesting features of the range, a control tower that allows you to switch between several trap configurations. Here you'll find all the typical trap and skeet modes, including single trap, double trap, single skeet, double skeet, but I also threw in some unconventional random modes to spice things up, including a sporting mode where targets can be launched from any machine on the range for maximum confusion and chaos. This is going to be a lot of fun. I am really excited for that. See, this is my first time actually reading through this dev diary right here. I was saving it for this video so you guys can get my, raw initial emotions and feelings towards whatever this update is going to hold. And yeah, this sounds really cool. They didn't really go super into depth on what the skeet range was going to be like in the winter preview. They talked about it a bit, kind of explained it, but they didn't explain all the different modes and stuff like that. So this is really cool to hear that there's going to be so many options with it. The range can be enjoyed alone or with friends. There are no set rules, so you'll have to agree on that among yourselves. Follow real-life rules if you know them, or make up your own. I hope you'll have as much fun on this range as we did when making it. So that's super cool, but there's a little bit more to talk about as well. We've got bird hunting improvements. We've made several adjustments and improvements to the bird hunting experience based on community feedback. The most notable changes will be observed in the movements and behaviors of birds while taking off and landing. Beyond these visible changes, we've also subtly tweaked the bird's senses. Sparked your interest? Great, because the latter is one of the things that I worked on. So let me elaborate. Essentially, all duck species now lack a sense of smell, but we've also slightly heightened their senses to balance this. This alteration mirrors real life, where ducks have a poor sense of smell. Furthermore, in response to direct community feedback, I've reduced the distance at which ducks auto-spook when flying near players. This should make bird hunting less frustrating, particularly in situations where birds fly in close proximity to your hiding spot. I almost said hunting blind. That's it for me. Hope you will enjoy Salzwiesen Park, or hope you'll enjoy what Salzwiesen Park has to offer. Happy hunting and clay shooting. So that's a pretty cool little post they made on the dev diary. Very interesting to hear all of the stuff that has to do with this map. I'm excited to jump on there and play it. It seems like it's going to be a really, really, really fun map, especially if you're a massive fan of bird hunting and small game hunting. Now we go to the actual Steam page and take a look at all the stuff it explains on here. Discover new small game and great ones. And we see a little bit of a GIF here. I believe that is the way to say it. GIF. I don't care how it's really pronounced. You guys know what I mean. But anyway, it shows that. And then it talks about the map a little bit right here. Explore the salt marsh habitat at the compact Salzwiesen Park. Possibly one of the best waterfowl hunting spots in the world. Among the 15 different species within Salzwiesen Park, you'll find 2 new birds, the plump gadwall and the striking ferruginous duck, as well as 2 new great ones. These great ones will also become available in the other reserves through a free update. Enjoy the challenge of learning their behaviors and applying the most effective strategies to seek them out. Then it says, enjoy a compact hunting experience. And as we scroll down, it talks about it a little bit more. Located in Schleswig-Holstein. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to just be honest, guys. Which sits near the border of northern Germany and Denmark. Salzwiesen Park offers a more contained biome packed with the same animal density and species diversity as a larger reserve. Enjoy a rich gameplay experience within these smaller scale wetlands, making your way through reed beds and summer polder to seek out the park's large bird population, as well as the mammals that have adapted to this flooded environment. So I just noticed something that was not really talked about in other posts or in the winter preview. And that's the fact that it says that it's got the same animal density and species diversity as a larger reserve. That's actually a pretty huge thing, because that means that there's going to be a lot of animals around every single corner of the map. It means we're not going to have like a bunch of, just boring time waiting to try and go between one zone to another. It sounds like it's going to be very, very dense with animals, which means we'll probably have no problems constantly running into birds and other stuff to shoot. Now, to some people, I can see this being a negative if you want like a more slow-paced, realistic experience. But if you just want to go out onto a map and take down a ton of animals, it sounds like this is going to be the map to do it. Then it says, with hideouts and lookout points spread around the park, be sure to settle in and appreciate the park's natural beauty from all angles before lining up your next shot. Then, of course, we talk about the clay shooting range. Hone your shooting skills at the new clay shooting range. Let's see if they talk about anything different than what we already saw in the dev diary. Put your accuracy skills to the ultimate test by pinpointing and pulverizing up to 3 flying targets at a time at the clay shooting range. Our new gameplay feature, unique to Salzwiesen Park, invite your friends and fellow hunters to compete and climb the session-based leaderboard. So yeah, there is new information in here that we didn't see in the dev diary. The fact that there is going to be a session-based leaderboard for the skeet range, that's pretty cool. And also it said up to 3 flying targets at a time. I swear it said 2 in the other one, but I guess there's up to 3? You can customize your range experience by choosing between multiple trap and skeet modes and shoot from a different position located around the range. And then it goes into the actual 10 gauge, the versatile Gopi 10 gauge Grand Shotgun. Is it the Gopi or the GOPI? Something like that. But really cool looking shotgun. I'm excited to test it out. 10 gauges are always fun in this game, so pretty awesome one to go with. The new Gopi 10 gauge Grand Shotgun is perfect for targeting small game and waterfowl throughout the park. It can also be used for clay shooting, making it a versatile addition to your arsenal. You know, as of now, this is currently the best bird map in the entire game, Revontuli Coast, but I got a feeling that very, very soon that is going to change, as Revontuli, while it is an amazing bird map, I don't think it's going to be as, catered to bird hunting as the new map. I feel like the new map, with it being smaller and being designed specifically to be the best bird hunting map in the game, I think it's going to be much better than Revontuli. Again, only time will tell. We'll have to actually try it out and get a chance to play it, but I got a feeling it's going to be the new best bird map in the entire game. And for the final part of this video, let's take a look at the trailer once again and kind of pause on some things that are quite interesting. One, we've got this beautiful image right here of this amazing looking lighthouse kind of overlooking what appears to be the wetland. That looks really, really cool. It makes me very excited to get on this map and kind of explore. Lots of very pretty scenery in this trailer, and I can only imagine being actually on the map is going to be even better. Now, as we continue on, we get a glimpse of what appears to be the starting lodge. At least, I would imagine this is the starting lodge. It looks massive. There's no way it's any of the, other outposts. This has to be the main outpost right here. This is crazy looking. You can even see there's a little doghouse out front for your doggo. I wonder if the dog will actually go there. Probably not, but hey, it'd be a cool thought. Then, as the trailer continues on, we see a red fox. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they mentioned that the red fox are going to be getting a rework, and we can kind of see that here. They seem a little bit more fluffy, a little bit less mangy looking, at least from the brief look that we have here in the trailer. And you can also tell that this map resembles Hirschfelden in a lot of ways, but as we saw in the intro part of this trailer here, it also has a lot of things that look quite different from Hirschfelden. Now we continue on, we see the windmills, very similar to what we see in Hirschfelden. We see some rabbits, which I actually may have forgot to mention at the beginning of this video. Let's pause it right here. We've got an overhead that kind of shows off all of the different swamplands. We've got some trees, some open fields. This map looks like it's going to be a really fun map to play. And as the trailer continues on, we see our first glimpse at the black grouse. We see a raccoon walking through the forest. We see another windmill very similar to the ones we see on Hirschfelden, as well as a look at the skeet range. Now, we've seen some of the skeet range stuff already in my first video I did covering the winter preview, but it looks like it's going to be a really fun experience. There is also some very cool props at some of these campsites and stuff like that, which is a nice little touch. Right there, we see a pheasant, a raccoon dog, another fox, and another one of the fast travel areas, as well as a really nice look at the wetlands. And I gotta say, these wetlands look so good. This is probably the prettiest part of the map from what we've seen, at least. I really like how this area looks. Super stunning. Now let's continue on with the trailer. We've got the fields, we've got more windmills, and more of the wetland, and that is the end. Honestly, pretty cool. I'm very excited to see what you guys think of this, because I think it's going to be a really cool map. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Leave a comment down below if you haven't already, and hit the like button before you go. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!